Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. I'm going to be a little off today, guys. I'm just going to say it right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. This is episode 144. Probably going to be all over the place. I got my coffee in my Scrappy Sunday mug. I still have pumpkin spice creamer. It's almost gone. It's almost gone. So there might be some for the next episode. There might not be. So this might be the last time. We will see. Today is Sunday, March 13th, 2022. Oh, I can't believe. So March 13th, 2020 was when everything shut down over here in where I live. School said, that's it, we're done. My husband started working from home on March 12th, 2020. He is still working from home. And I don't like today. For that reason and other reasons. Just like, really? Has it been 2 years? I hope that it's going to get better, but I don't know. Nobody knows, right? The time changed, and it's making me, I'm a little off. I'm tired. I tried to go to bed early last night, and I did, but then I just couldn't fall asleep. Oh, I'm really tired. So, yay, time change. Can we just get rid of this time change? Do not need it. Do we need it? Do we really, really need it? I don't think so. All right, this is my podcast where I share my knitting, sometimes crochet, sometimes cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you're new, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I will have all the show notes right down there. All the links to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I'll have links to patterns, bags, yarn. I will also have my reading and watching down there, all printed out, so you can Google it if you would like. Yeah, I think that's my spiel. I'm tired and I need lots of coffee today. So I have one finish object today and 3 whips. I have reading and watching. And I also have 1 stash enhancement. So I think that's it. All right, are we ready? This might be a shorter episode. I don't know. We'll see how chatty I get. See if I start to wake up. You wouldn't think that an hour would throw you off as much as it does, but man. Even the one where we spring or we fall back, I still have a hard time with that one too. So, so here are my socks. Well, not my socks. The socks I knit. These are for the Vista Dyeworks the 8th annual Desert Vista Dyeworks monthly sock club. Hashtag. So these are my socks for March. This is National Emo Day. They don't match. I knit these for my daughter. She loves them. So I knit the leg a little bit shorter than I usually do. I believe I did 60 rows for the leg instead of 70. I'm hoping that I have enough to do shorty. Excuse me, my voice is out. Losing my voice already. I'm hoping to have enough yarn to do a shorty pair. For me. I might have to do contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. I don't know yet. I have to weigh the yarn. I also have to take out 5 grams for my blanket. My future Cozy Memories blanket. Yeah, what else? 64 stitches, 2.5 millimeter needle, which is a US 1.5, 12 rows, rounds, whatever you want to call it, of 2x2 rib. I do a cut in afterthought heel. So the heels match. Yeah, the heels match. I don't know how that happened. I guess it's just the way it worked out. This one, I landed right in the middle of this rainbow stripe, so I wanted to start with the rainbow. And then this one just looked better with starting with the rainbow, so that's what I did. So I had to cut some of it out. But here's my finished socks. So my kiddo can have these now. I told her she couldn't have them until I recorded. And that is my only finished object. That's it. Okay, are we ready for whips? I guess we will just keep on moving. This one's like almost a finished object. So close. This is Bags by Awesome Granny. This is my Scrappy socks. I was doing some cleaning, digging through my stash. So I think I showed last week. I showed this bag of scraps. Self-striping scraps. These are all 75-25 base. Man, my voice. Come on, voice. Well, I was digging. What else I found? I swear these little scraps must breed in my stash because... What? So... yeah, so now I have 2 bags of self-striping scraps. Some are larger. So, looks like I'm going to be casting on another pair. But they both fit, and I can close it, so that is nice. And that is after my socks. So, I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay. I absolutely love Scrappy socks. I'm obsessed. And I just want to keep on going. So I think today, if I finish these, I will probably cast on another pair. I believe I had these started last week, but I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure I'd had a cuff in like maybe 10 or 20 rows. It was this sock. I believe I was like here-ish? Somewhere here. Oh, but look at this. And this is like a neon yellow. It's really blown out. But, oh my word. Look at these. So I'm at the point now where I cut in my heel this morning before I started. So you guys can see how I do this. I put this marker right here so that when I'm knitting my heel, I know that a new row started. So when I start, I do an increase row and a decrease row, and I alternate them until I have 12 stitches on each needle. So I use that as a marker to say, okay, I finished a row, it's time to start a new row. Otherwise, I might just keep doing decreases. So that's just how I do it. I don't know if it really matters. But yes, this is the first sock. And this is all scraps. Let's see, I'll count how many scraps this is, or how many different dyers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one's going to have 13 different colorways. This one's 12. This will be 13. Now, there's nomadic yarns in here. A lot. There's Night Owl fibers. This one is Kirby Werby. Nomadic yarns. Desert Vista Dyeworks. This one's Gauge Dyeworks. So yeah, I just went bananas. Just went crazy. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of ends to weave in. We're not going to, at this point, since I already cut the heel and I can't turn it inside out and show you all the ends, but just trust me that there is a bunch. And here is my second sock. This one's attached because I have started the decreasing of my heels. So I do 5 rows before I start my decrease. Pretty much on all my socks, except for like Patton's Croy. Since it has a thicker yarn, I usually do 4 because it's just thicker. Yeah. So here's this one. This one was not cast on. I guess we'll show it this way so you can see. Oh, look at that. So this one doesn't have as many different colors in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one only has 10. Because my daughter insisted that, I don't know what this colorway is. Somebody gifted it to me. From this green to this orange. She insisted that she wanted a full repeat. I think that's a full repeat of the colorway. And she insisted that. She's like, I want all of the colors in there. I like that one. So I'm like, wow, this is a really long repeat. But that's okay. These are for her. This is what she wanted, so. Yep. So 10. Did I say 10? 10 colors for this one. 13 for the other one. I'm doing the magic loop. 64 stitches. US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. All right, I got it. I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. Yep, cut an afterthought heel. So yeah, these could have been done yesterday, but I went to see my parents, and I just wasn't in the mood to pick up stitches, cut it, and do all the fiddly of Kitchener stitch and all that jazz and the counting and I just wasn't in the mood. I just wanted to do something mindless, so I will show that next. But yeah, here is the second sock. So these will be done next week. No problem. I'm hoping to finish them today and weave in all the ends because it's not Scrappy Sunday without a weaving in party, right? This is the heel that I'm going to do for this one. I think this is a Desert Vista Dyeworks. I don't know. I have like so much self-striping scraps. Some have tags, some don't. I think this one was gifted to me. I don't know. So yeah, that is the state of my Scrappy socks. And I'm doing these for the Easy Peasy Scrappy Sock Cal, hosted on Instagram by every.thing.shapes.us on Instagram. I will have all the, pretty much for this part of my show notes, I just copy and pasted. So everything will be down below. I started these on Saturday, and here we are. I could have had these done, but I had other things to work on. I will also show those in a minute. So that is my Scrappy socks. I love them. I don't care. I am on the fence about weaving ends. At this point, it's not bothering me. We'll see when I actually get there. Obviously, it's not bothering me enough to knit those. So, yeah. And I got all my stitch markers on a binder clip ready for the next sock. So I think I might cast on another sock today. We'll see when I finish those. See how much time I got. My foot's already fallen asleep. Oh, jeez. All right, and this is I told you I wasn't going to cast a sock on, or I wasn't going to cast anything on, but I lied. Because I was really, there was one day, I don't remember what day it was, Tuesday? Someday this week, I was like, I really want to buy yarn. I want to buy yarn. There's been times where I put yarn in my cart, and I just I'm like, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. Mustache Yarn had an update, and I'm like, oh, there's a colorway that I really wanted, but I resisted. So I decided, you know what? Let's go up and look at my stash. You know, I have lots of yarn. Look at all this. Do I really need more yarn? Probably not, but pretty yarn. So I decided, since I really wanted to buy a mustache, I'm like, let's go look at my mustache stash. And I counted them, and I'm embarrassed to say, I'm not embarrassed. I've been collecting her yarn for probably 3 or 4 years. And I forgot, was it 13 skeins? It was 13 or 14 skeins. And I'm like, okay, I don't need to buy anymore. I really don't. So I decided to treat myself and just cast on a pair with her yarn, because I really wanted to buy yarn. I really wanted some mustache yarn, even though I bought some a couple weeks ago. So I said, you need to knit it before you can buy more. So I cast on Boba. Now, this is one of her Star Wars colorways, and she has renamed them. I bought this one probably 2 or 3 years ago, because usually it says AKA whatever the colorway used to be. So I don't know what this one is called now, but this is Boba Fett. And I didn't say what bag. This is Unusual Surroundings on Etsy. So I had to have a Star Wars bag with my Star Wars socks. So this is what I brought to my parents yesterday. Pretty sure I cast on the cuff, I don't know, sometime this week. And then this is what I got done yesterday. Bam! Oh, look at this. It's beautiful. Oh, I love mustache yarn. I love her to pieces. I love her yarn. That's probably why I wanted to buy more. So I'm at the heel. I believe this is a full repeat now. Wow, a whole leg and a cuff. I think. I'll have to knit a little bit more to see, but I'm pretty sure I hit the repeat. I think this green right here is the same that I cast on right here. So, yeah, same thing, magic loop, 2.5 millimeter, US 1.5. Chiaogoo's red lace, 32-inch cord. Yeah, these are mine. Nobody's having these except me. All of my mustache yarn is probably going to be mine, because it is expensive, but it's beautiful. So, yeah. There is a yarn that my daughter wanted, and I'm like, sorry, you can't have that because that's mustache yarn. And it is precious. Precious. So all these markers are counting my rows. 10 rows per marker. These white ones up here, I'm going to do my cut in afterthought heel like I showed in my previous whip. If I got $1 for every time someone on Instagram or YouTube asked me what these markers were, I'd be rich. You know, I tried to be nice for about a year or two. I said, I'm using them for counting my rows, blah, blah, blah. And then I just quit. I was like, I'm done. I know I say it every time on my episodes here. So I usually don't get very many comments on YouTube about my markers, but on Instagram, holy moly. So if you ask me that, I'm going to ignore you. And I'm not going to like your comment. Because I understand that I have a lot of new viewers. They don't understand. Some probably don't. Are new to knitting, or it's just like, it's one of my pet peeve questions. So don't ask me. Now watch, I'll get a bunch of people going, ha ha ha, what do you use your markers for? So yeah, this is the first sock. I love it. Can't believe I knit a whole leg in one day. I guess that's kind of a lie. I did a couple rows this morning to get to the heel. So I could say I'm at the heel. Oh, my foot really fell asleep. So yep, unusual surroundings. Pretty sure he still makes bags, but I really love them. They're cute little, just the perfect sock bag. Okay, oh, my foot really fell asleep. All right, here is my, it's not fitting in the bag very nicely anymore. Probably because there's a lot of yarn in there that I wound up. This is my friend Amie from Happy Little Yarn made me this bag. It is my sweater and shawl bag forever. So you'll probably see this bag every week, it seems like. So I made some progress. Oh, I gotta tell you my win for the week. So last week I think I split for the sleeves. And I did the collar, and I said I wasn't happy with it. I didn't like it. It was a tubular bind off. I either did it incorrectly. It was my first time doing it. Maybe I just need to practice more. And I was asking about what should I do with the with this. And I want to thank everyone for your comments and your suggestions. But look at that. That is so much better. Oh, look at that. So this is the Chalette Days sweater. I'll have the designer down below because I cannot pronounce her name. It's Samantha something. Starts with a G. This is Wool of the Andes. The green is Jurassic, and the gray is Silver. Wool of the Andes worsted. This is a worsted weight sweater. This section right here is really puckering, but I'm praying to the gods that once I block it, it will smooth out a little bit. So the collar here, I'm like, I don't want to give too much away in this pattern, but you cast on down here, and then you pick up and work your collar. So since I didn't like the collar, that was the one good thing about the sweater, is that I could fix it easily. I could just pick it out, and I'm like, I really don't want to pick out the whole stinking collar and start over and cast on again, pick up the stitches. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try. If it doesn't work out, I'll just rip out the whole collar. But I was successful. So I picked out the bind off, and then I picked out the row where I had to, this is a 2x2 rib, and I guess for tubular bind off, you have to have it in a 1x1 rib. So I had to do one row where I converted it to 1x1 rib. So I picked out that, and I was able to pick up all the stitches. I didn't drop one. It helped that it's this really, like, toothy, I don't want to say sticky, but you know what I mean. The stitches didn't fall off. I was able to pick it up, and then I just did my regular bind off end pattern loosely, and it's still stretchy. So, and I can get over my head. It still fits. It fits a lot. It just looks a lot better, so I'm so happy with it. So, I fixed the collar this week. And, let's see. It's kind of curling at the bottom. I will show you. Right here. It's my little Chewy Yeti, Chewbacca from Simply Serving. Wow. Yeah, it's really curling. But this is how much I got done. Woohoo! It's kind of hard to see, but you get the idea, right? I think I measured it. I got 9 inches. That's a lot of knitting, man. It doesn't look like much because it keeps rolling, but 9 inches. I think the pattern says to go to 11 inches, and then you do, I think, 2 inches of rib. I think I tried it on at this point, and it's not quite long enough. So I'm going to go to 11, try it on, and then we'll go from there. I still have a ton of yarn. I think I have these 2 full balls that I wound up, and I think I have 4 or 5. Somewhere between 4 and 6 balls left. So I'm pretty sure I got enough. If I want to make it a little bit longer, I will make sure I check my stash to see how much I have left. So yeah, I'm going to go to 11 inches, try it on again, and then see. I might do 12 inches and then do 2 inches of rib. So we'll see. I'll do 11 inches and then try it on again. But oh, look at this. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. And it does fit. It is a little big, but that's what I wanted. So I'm not upset with it. I don't like tight fitting clothing at all. I hate it. So I'd rather have something loose and baggy. And I'm so glad I did the 44-inch bust size. I was going to do the 48, and I'm so glad that I didn't, because that would be really big. I think the pattern suggests 2 to 4 inches of positive ease. I'm pretty sure I have like maybe 4 to 6. I don't know. It's hard to tell when I try it on because it's still on the needles and whatnot. So once I finish the body, then I'll try it on and then we'll see. But oh, look at this. It's so pretty. I'm getting sick of green though, guys. There were times where it's like, oh, I don't want to work on this. I don't want to work on it. It's just, I know it's mindless. I have been working on it every night because I don't have to think. It's just knitting, knitting, knitting. But yeah, there's like 209 stitches for the body. The rows are long, but I am over halfway done, so I just got to keep on chugging. Oh, that's beautiful. Probably won't be able to wear it this season because it's supposed to get warm out. We'll talk about weather in a little bit. That's probably another reason why I'm just grumpy today. I just want to be. I didn't want to get up this morning. I want to go back into hibernation. All right, that is all of my whips. I'm using the recommended needle size. I did go up a needle size for the color work. So I made sure that I remembered to change my needle size after I did the color work. So now I'm on 7s. So yeah, I'm pretty much using all the needle sizes recommended except for the color work part. I think she does recommend going up a needle size in the color work. I'm a tight knitter, so that's why I decided to do that. I don't know if I needed to. I don't know. It still fits. It's okay. All right, that is all my knitting. Yep, it's going to be a short episode this time. That's okay. Last week was too long last week. We'll see. I might get chatty here and talk for 10 more minutes. All right, this is going to be a spoiler alert. I signed up for the Freckled Whimsy DK self-striping sock yarn club. And this is for March of 2022. I got this on Friday. Yes, got this on Friday. I really want to cast this on. It's beautiful. So this is my first self-striping DK weight yarn. I got the mini with it. I'm just looking at it and not showing you guys. So if you ordered that and you don't want to be spoiled and you haven't got it yet, please look away. I'll try not to talk about it too much, but I guess I'll just say it's my favorite color. So I am on board with this. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, are you ready? Don't look. What? Oh, when I open this, I'm like, oh, this was made for me. So I'll probably do the mini in just in the heels. I'm unsure. This is my first time doing, I guess, indie dyed DK weight socks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the main skein. I'm going to divide it in two. I think it's 100 grams. Yep. So I'll divide it in two 50-gram balls. That way I can do them two at a time, not together, but on two separate needles on tandem. And then that way I'll have enough for 2 socks, because I'm unsure about this until I figure out how much yarn I need. I think this is a 20-gram mini. It doesn't say. I'm assuming it's a 20-gram mini. So what I'm going to do is use that for heels only and see how much yarn I use. And then maybe in the future I will do heels and toes. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be enough to do heels and toes on 2 socks. I don't think so. So I might just knit this until it's gone. Yeah, but I love it. I won't say the colorway name, but I will show it to you. Oh, I just love it. Okay, I'm done showing it. Oh, excuse me. But I really want to cast this on, but it won't count for stash down because I just bought it. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But oh, I can't wait. I love DK weight socks. And to have a self-striping version. Oh. So I'm going to continue with this. I love all colors, and I won't be disappointed with any of her colors. I have worked with her yarn in the past, and I love it. This will be the first time using that base. But, oh, yes. Oh, gotta rearrange myself again. My foot fell asleep. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that club for a little bit. I'm going to keep my row 1 club, and I'm just going to try really hard not to buy yarn. It was hard this week, but I didn't do it. I was successful. All right. I guess we'll do reading and watching. I almost went to life stuff. I finished Baptism of Fire, which is Witcher number 3. So good. I think I have 1 chapter in The Tower of the Swallow. That is book 4 of The Witcher. I think after that there's 2 more, which might be like prequels. Oh, my foot. I really hate that like tingly pin stabbing sensation. So if I'm making faces, it's because my foot fell asleep. So the Witcher series. I believe I have 2 more books. I don't know what they're called. I think one is like The Lady of the Lake. I don't know where that fits in the series. And then there's Seasons of something. So I'm going to read those. I'll have to look. I looked up online which order you should read these books. And I'm just going by that. I read a few of the prequels. I think the next one is The Lady of the Lake. But at any rate, I love them. I'm going to keep on going until I finish them. I'm just all in. And I'm doing those on audiobooks. I have Audible, and I had like a bunch of credits at the end of the year. And I'm like, you know what? I can get these books at my library, but they are extremely long wait because everybody watched the series and now they all want to read the books. So that's what I'm doing. So I can't hate that the people want to read all the books just like I do. So I just decided to get Audible credits. And or just use them up because they were going to expire and disappear on me, and we can't have that. All right, watching. We finished Vikings season 1. Oh, so good. We did find on YouTube they have each episode. They did like a recap of each episode for season 2. So that is plan B if we cannot get season 2 at my library. I did mention before, I checked my smaller library, they don't have it. So I'm going to check my larger library at some point and see if they have it. If they don't have it, we're just going to go to this YouTube channel, boop, 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 watch all those. I think they're like 4 or 5 minutes each. So I feel like they'll get the important stuff that like you need to know for the next season. So we have a plan B. I mean, I don't like skipping a whole season, but I don't want to not watch the rest of it because I can't watch season 2. So cross your fingers for me that my larger library has it. At least season 2. I don't know. We will see. And I need to pick up my reading because I am like 8 books behind already. I think I might change my reading goal. I have it set for 105. But right now I'm averaging like 1 book a week. So yeah, that's why I'm 8 behind. I need to pick some shorter books. I think these Witcher books are all like probably around 400, 500 pages. I think the one I have now is like 16 hours. I do listen to them a little bit faster speed, but that's still a lot. So I'm behind on my reading, but that's okay. We'll see. I can always go back and change my goal. I'm on Goodreads. I don't know if I should link my Goodreads. Are you interested in my Goodreads? If you want to know, let me know in the comments, and maybe next week I will put a link to my Goodreads if you care to see what I'm reading. Okay, I went from reading to watching to reading back to watching. We're going back to watching. We're still watching Stargate SG1 Season 8. Now that we've finished Vikings, we're probably going to watch Season 2 of Atlantis. We got Matrix, the new Matrix movie. We're going to watch that today. I'm excited. My husband says it's going to be bad. I don't know if it is or not, but we'll see. So we'll probably watch that today. And of course, Walking Dead. Oh, I have something to look forward to tomorrow. Monday is Walking Dead Day. So, yeah, I think there's 3 episodes so far. So there's going to be, I think 8. So this one will be 1 tonight. So they'll be half done. Half done already. Yeah. Okay, look, I'm at 40 minutes almost. I had to do life stuff real quick. We'll do life stuff real fast. This week has been a little bit better. I still really wanted to buy yarn. The weather has been mean. Mother Nature is mean. That's all I'm saying. That's probably why I'm grumpy today. I checked the weather this morning. 18 degrees, and it was snowing. And I'm like, will it ever stop snowing? I mean, it's not snowing enough to, like, stick on the ground. I mean, we still have some on the ground. It's not snowing a lot. It's just like little wispies. It's blowing. It's just, I don't want to go outside. It's cold. I hate it. It's supposed to get to 41 today. I find that hard to believe when I woke up and it was 18. Tomorrow, and then like the rest of the week, it's supposed to be like 50s. I'm like, please stay at the 50s. You know, I'd be happy with 30s. But this 18, it was like 18 yesterday too. Like 20 the day before. I'm tired of the 20s and the teens. So I'm hoping that today is, I'm praying, I'm crossing my fingers. The last day of snow, the last day of below 20 temperatures. But this is Michigan. We can get a snowstorm at the end of the month. We did get a couple inches Thursday night. And I said, I'm not shoveling. It's March. I'm not shoveling. My husband's like, fine, I'll do it after lunch or during my lunch break. And it all melted. And I'm like, I told you didn't have to shovel. So I'm glad I didn't, because it was gone by lunchtime. That would have been eating up my knitting time. All right, goals for this week. Finish those scrappy socks. Should I make the goal to finish the body of that sweater? I'm at 9 inches. Probably need to do three more inches, possibly, and 2 inches of rib. Ooh, that's 5 inches of knitting. But I did 9 this week. I'm going to go for it. We'll see what happens. Oh, I'm getting blown out. We're going to go for it. Finish the body of that sweater. Yep. Finish those socks. Definitely going to cast on another pair of scrappy socks. At least just one cuff. Then I'll probably go back to my mustache socks. I don't know. Maybe I'll just float around. I like having the 3 whips. 3 whips is nice, even though 2 of them are socks. Yeah. All right. I will end it here. Thanks again for all of your helpful comments and tips last week. They were very much appreciated. I know I asked, and then I uploaded my video on Monday, and I'm like, Monday morning, I'm like, I'm fixing this before I even read anybody's comments. Oops. But I did read them, and I will keep them in the vault of, like, hey, try this bind off. I think there was a sew on bind off. There was just do the bind off, but do a larger size needle is probably what I should have done, but I didn't even think about that. I don't know why. It's like, just, I should have went up. I think they're on 5s, so I should have went to 6s, but it worked out, so it's okay. And yeah, there was a bunch of other bind offs that I've never even heard of, so I will keep those for next time. And for the hem of my sweater and the sleeves, I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the neck. So no more tubular bind off. I either need to practice or it's not for me. I don't know. Yeah, so if you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading those. I don't have anything today for you. Yeah, I don't have anything. I guess maybe, what are you working on? I always like to read what people are working on. So yeah, tell me what you're working on. I love reading. I would love to see what you're, not love to see, love to hear what you're working on. All right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you'd like to share my podcast to somebody that you would think would like to watch, please do. Spread the love so we can grow my YouTube channel. Not that I mean, I would love to have lots of subscribers, but I'm not going to quit if I don't. So, and hopefully I will see you next week.